Alright, so today we have a trade breakdown of, well, kind of a bit a difficult one for beginners because you have a CISD here in the higher time frame, which is the daily, but this range here as Friday gave you a nice range. Monday did not total soup on EU, but if you focus on Dixie, you see the total soup on Dixie. So why did this buy work out? Because Dixie is dominant. So you could have still entered here for some trades. The only thing that you would have needed to do is mark your rejection block, go down to the 2-hour time frame and wait for a trade below the open. Since there is absolutely nothing in between here, the only thing would be this fair value gap, this order block with this fair value gap here. This is where Asia then came into place. We then can hop into the 15-minute time frame. Since everything in between here is mitigated and is a bunch of liquidity, we can fully focus on simply waiting for a trade below the open. True open is 0-0, so we wait for a trade below the true open, and then we could have personally taken some nice buys after a CISD. So you trade below the true open. Also, if you wait for a 5-minute CISD, it would be this here, which you could have used, which is same as if you would have used the 15-minute, I think. This is simply the swing high. Yes, exactly. This is the swing high, which then got candle closed. After this candle closure, there was nothing to mitigate. The only thing to re-mitigate is this fair value gap. You could have moved your stop loss below here. The thing is, there's open fair value gaps and inverted fair value gaps. So I personally moved my stop loss below this low, which is totally okay and fine. And my take profit is previous day's high. In this case, Friday as the range. And the trade is running perfectly fine right now. Also, there's news at 11:11. I think there is gonna be Trump's speech, which could be positive for EU. Would be quite nice. Take out this bunch of liquidity. If we are negative for Dixie, then we will definitely push higher here. But I personally right now move my stop loss all the way in between here, and right now I move my stop loss in my demo account. I think I move my stop loss above here, which I personally did not care at all. My funded account is still running the trade with my stop loss around here. So this is my stop profit right now, where if market tries to bust in our ass because, well, Trump pushes dollar higher, then we will get stopped out with a profit. I already made 2%, I think, on this trade around. Yeah, perfectly fine for me. You could let this trade run though, very nice. And since we did not hit our full potential yet, and since we are bullish, you can go into the daily time frame and wait for tomorrow for a nice continuation trade. If you then hop into the 2-hour time frame, you can mark out your weekly true open, or in this case your weekly key areas. And as you see, this is Monday as a candle. And what can we expect? A key area around 50%. We have an order block with the fair value gap here. So personally, I think we will consolidate a little bit here, and then Asia comes lower, pushes even higher. Hopefully, I can only adapt and adjust to the charts, but this is a nice key area. And if we up down into the 15-minute time frame, I wouldn't refine it at all, since there's shit ton of things going on. You could use this range here, as you see, expand it maybe a little bit higher to re-mitigate this wick. I don't know if you want to re-mitigate this here. Exactly, the order block here would be quite nice with the fair value gap, so I would mark out this, which comes also down to the weekly profile of 50% of the fair value gap. let's just mark it out like this because we simply wait for a CISD in the 15-minute time frame. So we will wait for a trade below the true open, maybe even 3-4 a.m., a CISD, and then an expansion higher. That's simply the outlook and forecast for today. That's gonna be it with the recording. It's gonna be a very quick one, and for you to backtest this model is solely waiting for a dominant total soup CRT to occur and entering after a nice CISD with the trend. That's simply it. Hope you enjoyed, observe, and if you don't want to miss out, I recommend you to join the free Discord.